my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Where my girls at? It's going down for real. It's going down. It's going down. What? This must be We Got Issues. What? It must be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is on the Pacific time. Must be 3 to 4 o'clock over there. But I'm telling you, it's got to be We Got Issues time. This has got to be the force of friendship. Why? Because we're color coordinated. What? We got orange, we got white, and we got orange and white, okay? And the other one, Sabrina Goodwin Monday, I just guess she got on white since that's what I saw her on her social media. She got on white. She's just not on the show today because she's over there in Europe having an amazing time with the first Black mayor in the UK. Of course, Sabrina would be there at that celebration. Of course, she's going to bring the light. So it's so exciting to be with you guys today. What is this? This is Wisdom Wednesday. This is
I'd like somebody said happy Win It Wednesday.
Win it Wednesday.
Love it.
Winning Wednesday. Want to make it happen Wednesday. Wish it was Thursday. I don't know. It's all Wednesday. And we're glad to be here with you guys today. You guys, we're going to talk about the news and we're going to talk about travel. Funny things that have happened with travel. So we hope you lean in. For those of you who are watching us on Facebook, we absolutely love it. We love it in the chat. We're glad that you're joining us on iHeartRadio, or maybe you're joining us for the very first time at theforceoffriendship.com. And you saw all the different ways that you can listen to us. We're so very excited. And I want to tell you something. We're so excited that our tribe continues to give us feedback on what you like, feedback on what you want to talk about, feedback on what you want to hear. I'm telling you, every single day we are here to talk to you and to hear what's on your mind, to hear what's on our mind. Because, you know, Chris said it before we got on. We like to talk. So this is the great talk radio for you and us together. You guys, seriously, so much is going on. But let's welcome everybody. I'll just tell you this. In Baltimore, it was so beautiful yesterday. Today, it's rain. And you know, if you haven't dealt with a lot of rain, you cannot find the umbrellas. So I just put on my winter coat, right? Walk across the street, just don't get my blouse wet, okay? Just do not get my blouse wet. And I don't have time to look for an umbrella because I haven't needed an umbrella. But today was the day that I needed. You know, when they say when you need it, you can never find an umbrella. And you can have like 55,000. We should do a show on umbrellas. Right. That's my topic.
Okay.
There's another
I want
topic.
the one that goes upside down. Have you seen those?
I have that one. I have. My sister gave it to me for my birthday, and it's really a wonderful invention for sure.
How does that work? It's upside down?
No, when you open it up, you know, it opens up, but when it closes so that the water, you know how normal umbrellas, the water is all over the place. Yeah. This way, because it opens upside down, the water, right, goes directly on the ground and not all over you. So it really, somebody is always thinking on how to make a better mousetrap, how to make a better umbrella.
Right. Wow. We're going to do a whole show on umbrellas. We're going to tell y'all in advance when we're going to do the umbrella show, because we would truly need some callers on for that one. Okay. We would truly need some callers for that one. So what is happening out there on the West Coast, from the East Coast to the West Coast? Sabrina, Earl, our girl, what's happening out there?
Oh, well, just an update from my husband. Cape Town today was, you know, it takes a while when you travel. Speaking of travel, he can drop and roll. It just amazes me after that long flight how he just can drop and roll, and he's up at 4:30. He gets up at the same time no matter where he is, but he did
No matter where
allow
he is,
himself a
no matter
day
where he is.
no matter where he is. I'm like,
Wow.
you know how it is when you are traveling, you are waking up at all kinds of crazy times no matter where he is in the world. He gets up at 4:30. But today was his first time ministering, so he just went to bed after coming from church in Cape Town, and just all is well in the world, and we're well here today. It's not it's like the temperature went down significantly. I have not spent a lot of time outside, but it is not 100 degrees today, so we are excited about that, because all across California we all got emails that said please conserve, because and they're going to give us some kind, it's like a drawing if you conserve energy today, because we have those rolling blackouts, and the last thing you want is to be in it, the heat, and have no AC and no electricity.
Wow.
So all across California, our grid is, and sometimes they have to cut the grid because in addition to the drought, the grid itself, the old infrastructure can cause the fires. So just crazy, but we're good. I think we're good. We got power. It's just all kinds of crazy. That's why we needed that infrastructure bill that Biden was working to get passed, because the infrastructure is that bad. You know, honestly, as great as California is, even DC, sometimes when you go to the newer places, you know, like you go to San Antonio or you go to New Mexico or other places where everything is new, like their infrastructure is so much better. You know, Chicago is an amazing city, but the infrastructure is old, you know, and same here. It's old. It needs to be, we have some old aging infrastructure, and it's a problem.
You know, I'm gonna just say
we're
this.
Good today.
We've been watching a lot of travel channels because we're going to go on this trip. And when you go to places like, they said both in Seoul and Vietnam, they said that the internet is super fast over there. They just kept saying it all the time, super fast, super fast, super fast. So it's sort of interesting that you would say that these newer places, this infrastructure, what a difference it makes when you're up to date on your infrastructure. I mean, that's interesting. I think we're probably wearing orange today because orange is the color of the U-Haul trucks, and they need to be rolling up in your house, okay? Because I'm like, what in the world? Caterina!
We got issues.
Okay, we got to do an intervention, Chris. We're going to have to do an intervention, and we're going to have to go to California and save Caterina's life. Oh, my gosh. What's going on, Chris? What's going on in the D?
And you know what? First, let me just say, Caterina, we can do a whole story on intervention on you, pulling you out of California, because every day it is something in the news about California. I mean, it's a beautiful place. My sister and brother, they both live out there. And I know Californians are like, you know what? I don't care how bad it gets. We are not leaving California. That's how much they love it. But oh my goodness, there's always something going on. Well, let me just say, since everybody has a weather story today, when I tell you today was a picture perfect day, I got up early and I decided to go for a run. I haven't gone running or jogging in my new neighborhood. So I said, I'm going to go. So I went yesterday and today I got up and it was so refreshing. I mean, it's just for people that jog and run, they love it because it's very good cardio. It's good for your body. However, it's really good because it allows you to clear your mind and you can be creative. I know, Gloria, even sometimes I get creative in the shower. You get great shower ideas, but I get a lot of mine when I'm running and it's just, you know, my go-to. So that was a lot of fun. And then I decided to work outside. It was such a beautiful day. And then all of a sudden, like, just like that, look, the sky got dark, the wind picked up. So I said, okay, let me go inside. And then you guys, in just a few minutes, we had hail today. I mean, big hail. Yes. I was like, that is so crazy. I mean, I'm sitting there literally saying, oh, I need to put some sunscreen on because the sun was shining so bright. And in, you know, an hour, 2 hours, it changed that quick. And there were big hailstorms, balls that were falling. So I said, wow, this is interesting. We always say, stick around in Michigan and you'll get all 4 seasons in a day. So that was really interesting. Absolutely, in the same day. And so you guys talking about running. And of course, you guys know in July, we did that Get Up and Move challenge. And so I was talking to my sister yesterday, and we were just talking about, people that we know that are really looking good and they're looking fit. And she was talking to a friend of hers, and a friend of hers told her one of the things that she's been doing that's been working really, really well is that intermittent fasting. And so there's an app. I downloaded the app, but really have not used it. So my sister said, you can drop, some pounds if you don't eat after 8. So I told my sister, I said, okay, you're going to be my accountability partner. We are not eating after 8. And you know what? It's just funny to me when you tell yourself that. It's like everything is calling your name at 7:58. 7:58. You're like, let me stuff 5 chips in my mouth. Let me go get this. Let me go get that. Okay, I may have eaten 1,000 calories in 2 minutes, but I didn't eat after.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So has she been doing it a long time, Chris?
No, yesterday was our first time. So we said we're gonna do it for a week just to see if we can see the difference and see if we, drop a few pounds from doing that. But I had heard that before, but just had never been consistent. So I'm sure some of our listeners have done it before. And hey, let us know, if you're watching us, let us know if you've done it and you've lost the weight. But yeah, 8 o'clock is the cutoff. But it's amazing how that kitchen,
Didn't
the
Chuck
refrigerator,
do that for a while?
Everything. I'm sorry?
Didn't Chuck do that for a while? He was past 7 or 7:30 or something like that.
Past 7 o'clock. Past 7 o'clock. And you know what is so interesting is how men can drop weight, like just by not eating 2 days, they lose 10 pounds. We do it and we gain 3 pounds. That's just interesting the way our metabolism versus theirs is. But yeah, he has definitely done it and has had great success doing it. So we're going to try that. 8 o'clock. Chris, cannot open my mouth.
What's the name of the app?
Wow.
Cassie wants to know. Is it just called intermittent fasting? What's the app?
Yeah, intermittent fasting. And Yolanda, one of our viewers, she just said that she dropped 5 pounds by not eating after 7 p.m. Wow. That's powerful.
Wow. That's very powerful.
So that means I can't do it at 7 because that means I would have to get off the show at 6:30.
right. And get her 5 chips. I mean, for real. We have to go get Crisette out of Michigan because of hell. We got to go get Caterina out of California because they got something on their grid, whatever the grid means. They're going to burn up. They ain't got no water. It's hot, but it's pretty. It's pretty. You don't need no water. You can't do nothing. What?
We gonna be with Ken, who is willing to go to outer space. Okay, let's just go. I'm telling you.
I know his missile going up to outer space probably say U-Haul on it. Probably say U-Haul on it because it's that crazy. But listen, you guys, we had Paul Ritter on the show a couple times, and he was up to the house on Monday cooking, like Monday a week ago. He came up here cooking, and Caterina asked me, did we change our eating? And we have changed our eating. Here's the major things. Number one, we gave up coffee. That was really big for both of us because both of us are big time coffees. Haven't had any coffee. But no headache, which is interesting. Then we have these smoothies that we make every day. So that has made a difference. Then he this one line, y'all. Do you believe this? He said there is no nutritional value in chicken. None. He said it's not protein. It's nothing. I know viewers don't even come after me.
We just got kicked off at 9:10 a.m. Black people have kicked you. You have lost your black card. Official.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
Gloria.
There is no nutritional value in chicken. He said all that stuff they tell you about protein, you're going to get more protein from the vegetables that you eat. And that once it's cooked, it's really got no value. He said, if you're going to eat a chicken, it needs to be kosher. But he said, when you start talking to him and he starts breaking it down, because he just doesn't say these lines. He breaks it down. I've turned him on to a couple of people. Oh, this is the other thing, y'all. Dairy is the worst thing you can eat, especially if you're black. any dairy,
Mm.
period, with a capital T. So many
Wow.
diseases, autoimmune, cancer, this, that, and the other is driven right from dairy, period. But for Black people, it's really bad to have dairy. I was talking on the phone with a girlfriend of mine. She had coffee. It said big old Dunkin' Donuts on it, big old cream. She was shaking. I was like, oh, that ain't good. That ain't good. I made her call Paul, and she was like, Lord, I'm talking to Carl right now, and I can't have nothing. I said, yep, period. Oh, see, Sasha said, yep, no. All right, here goes the music, y'all. Oh, we made it to the first quarter. That is good. Okay, we'll be right back. We got issues, and we're going to commercial break, but we're excited that you guys joined us today. See you in a minute. All righty then. The red bottom shoes, because you're listening to We Got Issues. We welcome you to 9:10 a.m., the Superstation out of Detroit. You guys, seriously, we got issues, because now we can't live in California. We can't live in Michigan. We can't eat pork. We can't eat dairy. We can't eat after 7 o'clock, and we just did the first part of the show. So I don't know what's going to be left for you to do, because for real, it is a real thing. We got issues. Okay, so let me say this. We're going to go to the news now. It's a lot of hot stuff in the news. And so, like Chris, you said something about Giuliani. What you got for us, Chris?
Yeah. Giuliani, OMG, they called him, and he is now being questioned before, I think it's a grand jury that's questioning him, and about, his part in trying to get votes for Trump in Georgia. You remember that conversation that um, with hey, it's fine. Number have caused him to win Georgia. Well, they calling Rudy Giuliani on the carpet because of a lot of misinformation that he gave, erroneous information. And you can't just, especially when you are a lawyer and you know better, you can't just give fake news and be out there loud about it, sharing this with the public. So they are calling him on the carpet. It was interesting listening to some of the commentators because they were saying the best thing that he could do, and of course he's with his lawyer, is to take the fifth, because they are looking into a criminal investigation of what he did and his role in all of that in Georgia. So I don't know, he had been in there for hours, and I don't know if the entire time he just took the fifth, pled the
that
fifth.
Happened today?
And today.
It happened today.
Exactly. Yeah. So not sure, they may tell us more tonight on the evening news, but that's just so interesting. And, the bottom line is when people think that they can get away with stuff and that, they are above the law, that's when you find out that, yeah, I'm sure people, with their status and their money have gotten away with a lot of things. But there are sometimes a few instances that our laws really do work. So it's just going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. So, yeah, I thought that was a real interesting news piece that they talked about today.
When I tell you, not having a political show, we don't have. But when I tell you that you're tuned into the news, it's pretty impossible. And whenever I saw Sarah Palin getting ready to go up for re-election in November, I don't know what made me sicker. Sarah Palin going up there or Liz Cheney not making it in Wyoming. And then you hear about Rudy Giuliani. It's just, I don't know if anybody feels this way, but you don't want to lose hope, but you start to lose hope when you start seeing some of this.
Let me tell you who's losing hope. Anthony said being in South Africa, almost when he got off the plane, the people were like shaking their head. What is going on with you? This news is making, we are the laughing stock of the world. They're watching Don Lemon just like we're watching Don Lemon. They were asking him, what is going on? It's just new. It's not like one scandal as if January 6th wasn't enough. It is scandalous. This is the people you gossip about. You want to know who they gossiping about? United States of America. Okay. And it ain't behind your back. They talk about you right in front of your back because you are a hot mess.
That is so interesting. That's such a way to look at it. It's they gossiping about the United States of America and the rest of the world. And I feel that. I really do feel that. And Anthony saw it. He saw it. They just hit him up with what's going on, right? And what kind of
like you use the truth. Yeah. But they're watching the same. They're not getting it second and third hand. They're watching Fox and CNN and MSNBC live, just like we're watching it live. I was talking on the other day on the phone. We both were watching Don Lemon at the same time. It's like it's coming straight through. They're watching it just like us every night. Every day, whatever time it comes on there. It's crazy.
And the bottom line, Caterina, is they're shocked and we're shocked. If anyone had ever told you in the last 4 to 6 years that we would have experienced what we have experienced in the White House, who would have ever thought that top secret documents could be taken from the White House and put at the president's place of residence where multiple people, they even had caught some Chinese spy or whatever that had done some things at Mar-a-Lago, and they're questioning now, watching all the video footage to see if anybody was able to have access to those files. And they're saying some of these are just so top secret. I don't even know, how do you take them from the White House And why would you have them at your place of residence? I mean, this stuff,
Unlocked.
this is stuff that
Unlocked.
movies
It
are
was
made
just
of.
there in the living room. It wasn't even locked up. It was just sitting there. There's our nuclear plans right there. Who wants the nuclear plans for you?
Who wants the codes? Who wants the codes?
Well, Mary
These are
Trump.
the codes.
Mary
6, 7,
Trump
8, 8,
said-
9.
What?
Mary Trump said, where's Jared? I mean, I'm telling you, she said she thinks it's Jared. Now that is total gossip. But she said, how many people are going to know the safe? How many people are going to know this? I mean, that's Mary Trump. Not to say that she knows firsthand, but her last name is Trump. So I'm just saying. She said, check Jared and check that grave. I'm telling you, that's what she said.
The grave.
The grave.
Oh, the wife.
They said, why did it take 10 pallbearers? I said, no, I'm just talking, but I'm just sharing the information.
Well, you know what? We one day we're going to do a show about this. Which girlfriend do you go to for what news? But for political news, for sure, Caterina got it down. So it's in the grave. Okay, what about Mike Pence? Mike Pence is trying to be the opposite of Trump and trying to tell the Republicans to stop being so messy about the FBI and Mar-a-Lago. He's trying to pull people off. It's so interesting how he's trying to be the opposite of Trump and he's losing. Like Pence, who? It's a problem. It's a problem. But he's really
Gloria. The fact that he's saying, if the committee, the January 6th committee, want to ask me questions, please ask me, in parentheses, I would consider maybe even talking to them. I'm like, okay. I mean, who does that say, oh, please, by the way, you haven't really asked me my opinion of what happened in January 6th. So come on, ask me.
That's what he just did. He just did that in the news. He said he's going to speak and he said it's going to be a big deal when he does. But, I know that's what he said. That's what he said. I mean, the closer and closer it gets to November, the closer that Trump's going to make his decision. Now it was 8 people that went against Trump that's gone. Now it's 10 people that went against Trump that's gone. I mean, it's really sort of interesting.
It is his party.
Huh?
It is it's not the Republican Party anymore. It is the party of Trump. And they just need to understand that's what it is. And, it's just really sad because you do have a lot of Republicans that, they are conservative. They believe what they believe. And they aren't for all of these shenanigans and for all of the mess and fake news and the things that, he perpetrated while he was in office. But it's like, what do you do? Where do you go when you have been a part of this party for so long? So I really do kind of feel for them, for the ones that really do not agree with any of the things that he has done.
Right. That's the question. Where did they go? Because they don't have nowhere else to go. So you either play dead or roll over. It's a real problem. I love what Yolanda said. Pence is going to snitch. Yolanda, you are funny. Oh my gosh. She's like, he is getting ready to snitch right there. That's crazy. Okay, something else. TikTok, y'all. Guess what? The Gen Z generation, those are the people that have been born from 1997 on up to 2012. I don't even know who could possibly have been born after 1997. I just have no clue. But however, they get this 40% like TikTok search more than Google search. They are not searching on Google. And so used to be, they said the language is changing because used to be when you had to look up something, you'd say Google it, right? So now you really have to say search it because they might search on Google, they might search on TikTok. And that's a really big deal. They're preferring the TikTok and they prefer the way that they're learning on TikTok because if you search something on TikTok, you're going to get a video, you're going to get the information in 35 seconds. You have a pure understanding of what's going on. It's not filtered. It was quite an interesting article. So, yeah. So, Caterina, that's your thing. Like TikTok she number one on TikTok.
Right.
And why do you like it so much?
Everything you just said. I mean, this one chick that I follow, I missed some stuff yesterday and I went through and watched 10 short little videos of everything that happened in the Trump world with all the different cases, Georgia, New York, and all this. And she summarized the whole thing. And I was like, okay, I got it.
Okay,
Now,
put it in
granted,
the
if we're
chat,
paying-
Katrina. You need to text us her name because I absolutely would like to follow her.
Yeah. I mean, I follow some. It's like they break it down. She said, just cancel all the TV dramas. Cancel all the TV dramas for the fall. We don't need no TV drama. Just put this. This is all we need. This is the TV drama. It will win an Emmy.
Wow, it'll win an Emmy. You guys, that's so crazy. Okay, the last piece of news is gas is under $4 for the first time this summer. It's under $4. So maybe if you are in California, you can drive from one city to the next. But I suggest you drive out of the state. That's what I suggest you do. But we're going to be right back because we're not going to talk about California no more because it's falling off into the ocean. And the rest of us are going to try to hold on to you, Katrina. We're going to try to hold on with them earrings for sure. We're going to try to hold on to you. So we're going to be right back. This is We Got Issues. We're going to talk about travel. We are going to get to it. Love you guys. We'll be right back. We are so back. We are so back to We Got Issues, y'all. We really got issues. Chris, what's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? They're lighting up the chat today. That's hilarious. What is going on over here? Yes.
It is so funny. Let's see. Another great show. Let's see. Bernetta said, drama. Can you say my life is a soap opera? Days of Our Life. I mean, they are really talking about this news. It says, Dorothy said, I like and trust under the desk news on TikTok. She does her research and tells you like it is. And so, I mean, they are just lighting up the chat because of all of the stuff that is in the news. So we definitely, I'm going to start looking, and I have not really paid attention to TikTok and I've seen some things, how they break it down, but I'm absolutely going to start looking at TikTok and getting a summarization of all of the things that are in the news, because you really can learn a lot from TikTok.
Right. I have to, honestly, I look at TikTok a lot, but I don't look at it for news. So I'm going to start looking at it for news because I look at it for laughter. When I got to laugh, I go over to TikTok and I be cracking up. But I will do that. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about travel, you guys. We're going to talk a little bit about fun about travel. But the first thing about travel, you guys, American Airlines just canceled 31,000 flights for their November schedule. Just November. Just Thanksgiving, the busiest travel season of the year, they just canceled 31,000 flights. So, since they just did that, if you guys are thinking about traveling in November, my advice is you better get your tickets right away. You better get your tickets right away because the price is going to go up.
Did they say why, Gloria?
I didn't hear why. Because the other thing is that they bought these huge, massive airplanes that are going to reduce the time of flight from, what did they say? Did somebody get that?
Well,
it was going
to from New York to London, they were going to be able to get there in 3 hours. From New York to London in 3 hours. And you know what? I'm just thinking back with Sabrina and how she had a lot of delays. They were supposed to be in London, the day, a couple of days ago, but their flights were canceled. They had to be rebooked on other flights. And she said, it was because of a shortage of the air traffic controllers, a shortage, in pilots, a shortage in the in everything that deals with travel. So I believe that maybe that's what American Airlines is kind of taking into regard, is that they got a lot of shortages in all of those areas. And so that's kind of like really scary when you think about air traffic controllers not having enough of them in place with all the flights that are taken off daily. So it's going to be interesting to see what
air traffic
other airlines.
That's crazy.
Air traffic controllers. Absolutely. Somebody said, I'd be scared to get to London in 3 hours. What was the name of, Caterina, maybe this is you. What was the name of the plane that they stopped?
The Concorde.
What's the name of that plane that would go to Paris in, what was it? The Concorde. Exactly.
The Concorde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was what I was thinking, is what's the wear and tear on your body? They figured it all out where you can't feel it or whatever, because it's serious. And I'm sure that whole adjustment and the time but trust me, compared to being on a plane for 14 hours, everybody wants to get on the ground faster.
I would take 3 hours.
I know. They said they call them.
I'm not going to the moon, but I will get on the plane that would normally take you 14 to take you 3. I'll sign up for that one.
Right.
You don't want to be the first person, but you will get on it.
Eventually.
You know what they said about jet lag? That jet lag is associated with the amount of oxygen that you cannot get in your body when you're in a plane. The number one, the level of oxygen that you have, the quality of the oxygen is way less than what's on, when we're down here, and that you don't get enough oxygen, and that's what causes massive jet lag. But obviously, Anthony don't breathe because he gets up at 4:30 no matter where he lives.
Well, I had to get one of the things you put on your finger. That's what my doctor told me, because wearing the mask on the plane, I was noticing extreme headaches like never before. And my neighbor, who is a pilot for JetBlue, said, you need to get an oxygen meter, take your oxygen before and monitor it. I could feel when we got to 30,000 feet, the higher we went, I was fine. And like when you get to that top level, I could feel my oxygen go down. And so he had me get one of those things to make sure.
And what do you do? What do you do when your oxygen goes down?
Well, I drink water. For me, sometimes I have to stand up and move around, and I have to pull that mask up, and get, it's a choice between COVID or breathing is like, so I have to take it off.
Wow.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's very deep. Yeah, because I'm very interested in the travel because of the travel that we're getting ready to go on, and we're trying to prepare for it. Y'all, I took a camera back to the camera shop. I went and bought a really nice camera and then took it right back because I was like, no, you're not Anthony, Gloria. You're not going to know how to change the lens. You're just going to use your iPhone. Everybody, y'all, if you really go on the internet and really research, if you need a camera or if your iPhone 13 will work, everybody will tell you your iPhone 13 will work. You just got to pay attention on how to take good pictures. And I don't know about you guys, but I have 85,000 pictures on my iPhone. It's crazy. I thought that number was big. So y'all must have about the same because y'all just shaking your head.
Oh yeah,
it's big. So
we have
85,000 pictures.
Have you seen those what is it? The thumb drives or whatever that you can dump all of your pictures on those to free up your space in your phone. And literally, you can probably just get a small shoebox or something even smaller than that and label those. And then if you ever need to go get those pictures, they're right there. So that's a
I
good
didn't know
way
you
to
could do
store it because I have I have so many pictures in my phone. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Ridiculous.
It's really well. I'm glad we're talking about that because I was feeling really bad, and now I know that everybody got a lot of pictures because it's ridiculous. And then when you give people your phone to take a picture, they take like 10 shots of the same picture. I'm like, no,
Of the same thing.
I don't want to. I don't want to delete. But Eben has a good thing. She says every time she's on the plane, she deletes pictures off her phone. That's her.
But
that's her
Gloria, there is an app that you can download that will delete any picture that's a duplicate.
The cleanup app, or another one, because
I'll look
the
and
cleanup
see.
app says it sort of looks like it. It's like similar, and I'm like, similar? No, we can't wipe out similar. If it's exact, I'll do.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar,
You can't, because
okay, I got a
one
question
you
for you.
fix the filter and when you haven't.
Exactly, Caterina. This right here. No, wipe it away. Okay, how many countries are there in the world? How many countries? What's your guess?
Ooh,
140, I think.
Okay,
150.
Let's see who gets closer.
150.
Okay, what about the people in chat? Who can get close? How many countries are there in the world? I'm gonna wait for a couple people to do it because I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. You're gonna talk about some of the favorite places that you've been, and then we're gonna talk about how many there are. But all right, I'm just gonna tell you because it's taking a minute. It's 195. 195 countries.
Wow.
Y'all. Seriously.
Wow.
No. Oh, Dorothy said 350.
Somebody said 167. Okay.
Okay, 167 is close. That would be Carolyn. Dorothy, I said this earth, Dorothy. I wasn't talking about the whole universe. I was talking about right here. Phyllis got it dead on the head. She went on to search engine. I don't know if she used Google or TikTok, but she found 195 countries. Okay. So seriously, you guys, I want to talk about some funny things that have happened to you when you travel. So who's got a funny story? And if you guys are listening in and you want to call us at 313-778-7600, we want to hear about some of your funny stories or a story about you traveling because that will make a difference. Sherlyn says she Googled it. That's hilarious. Okay, so
Gloria,
yes.
the smallest country we have all been to, the smallest country is the Vatican. What?
Right.
It's its own country, right?
I
You
knew
step
it
out
was
that
its
church,
own, like,
you're an unprotected.
state.
You step out that church,
That's
you're
right.
unprotected.
We
It
have
is
all
the
been
smallest
there.
country. Wow. Yeah, that's a big deal. I remember going to the Vatican, and I remember the first time, I've been there a couple of times, but I remember the first time, and Ken, being from the construction world, all he saw were the cracks. He was like, wow, look at that crack. Wow. Like, he couldn't even see the crack. He was like, look at that crack. That crack must be 500 years old. That's a serious crack. He was all up in the jaw. We laughed so hard. So that's one funny story. And I didn't even think about that one till you brought that up. Who's got a story? Caterina, you said you had a story about travel.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is Chris and I together. We are on a mission to find the perfect gift for Gloria. We are in Florence, Italy. We primarily have been in, because we went to Florence. We were in Milan. What part of Italy were we in? And we decided to go to Florence. We had an amazing dinner with your girlfriend who was living in Switzerland, right?
Switzerland.
And I found the gloves. I was like, we got to get these gloves. So Gloria's gone. We're going to go back and get them. And here's my husband. We got to catch the train. Right. The train is going to leave us. We're going to miss the boat if we don't get back to wherever we got to get back to. And Chris, you pick it up from there.
So we go and we find the gloves, and I mean, they are amazing gloves. I mean, if you wear those gloves, everybody is going to know you're somebody. So we grab the gloves, and then we are heading back. And I mean, and the thing is, Anthony is a walker, so he's walking fast, and I walk. But the thing is, Caterina is short, so her legs can only go, so fast. And I'm telling you, when I say I turned around, and that was the funniest thing, watching Caterina trying to speed
Chuck
walk
is gone. You
catch
forgot
up
to
with
say that
Anthony.
Chuck left you.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Chuck
thank
left
you. Yeah, Chuck was like, let's be clear. We went on another trip, and okay, we'll come back to that. The music is playing.
Yeah, we're gonna come back
after that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that story because y'all, the stories about travel with these chicks is something else. I can't wait for our tribe to travel with us, and we're gonna be traveling soon. Just as soon as American Airlines puts back them 31,000 flights, we're gonna be traveling. Okay, we'll be right back. 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We got issues. We'll be right back at you. Oh my God, time goes fast. We're so glad that you joined us, and we got issues 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. PG, are you on the line? We'd love to hear from you. How you doing? How are you? Love your energy.
Good. I'm listening to you in the car, and I love just how you interact with each other and bounce off of each other. It's so nice. So do you want to hear something funny or tragic? Okay, so here's the funny one. So I'm from Brooklyn, New York originally, and we take the subway. We take a taxi or we take the bus. And a friend of mine from Michigan has never been to New York, so I told her, I said, we're getting on the subway, and the subway goes really fast. And she said, I've been on the train before, and I didn't say anything. Because the train is different than the subway. Right. On the ground, you can hear all the noise. When the train took off and started moving, the way she was grabbing the seat and rocking, she cried. And I thought it was so funny. And she said, nothing funny, PG. I said, but I told you, the train goes really fast. And I will never forget that. Never comes 25 years ago. And the other funny thing is, I'm married to the most amazing man, the Silver Fox. And when we were dating, we went to the grocery store together. And I said, I have a budget. I'm spending $70. He said, well, I'll buy your groceries. I said, no, I didn't ask you to buy my groceries. I said, if we wanted to go grocery shopping at the same time, we could. So I'm just putting all these things in my budget, and he's laughing at me thinking, now she's got to know that this is more than $70. I had a lot of coupons and rain checks. When the lady totaled up my order, she said $68.71, and my husband said, wow, how much did she save? And when she told him, he had never gone shopping without me, and never 10.5 years ago. And I thought that was so funny. Like, he didn't know that there's an art to shopping. So now he doesn't about the coupons.
That's right.
Now,
You didn't come on yesterday when we were talking about shopping. That wouldn't be a
we were talking about what?
Fine.
Oh,
Yesterday we were talking about gossiping, and your girlfriend who started crying on the subway. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's funny. That's funny. And then we just had another topic, so we're glad that you gave it to us. Shopping with how to shop, because I don't have a clue. That'd be great. That'd be a great show.
Well, I want you to know I don't pay full price for anything. If I can't get some kind of discount because I'm so cute, because I'm so friendly, because I look so nice, because I got a good house, I don't buy it. I wait till it go on sale. And usually I can get some discount for all those things because I'm a natural born salesperson. I could probably sell you your car. Now, that's pretty good.
Now we're gonna get a coupon for cuteness. A coupon for cuteness headed by PG. Welcome to the tribe, PG. Welcome to the tribe. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, ladies. Keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome.
Bernetta, are you there, Bernetta?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Story got me. I'm great. Matter of fact, funny travel. High school, French club, and I was a freshman. French club did a trip to France over Easter break. Started in Paris and then travel all around. It was fantastic. And we stayed in all the little bed and breakfast places, not the big hotels. So it's really, really nice and really personable. But I ended up rooming with 3 seniors.
As a freshman who could read,
and they could read and write the language like crazy. But conversation, I was stronger than they were.
okay.
And we met these students while we were out, who invited us back to their place for a party. So they're like, we gotta go, but you gotta go with us. You gotta go with us to translate it.
Right.
Well, right, we go. We get back to the hotel. We snuck out, sort of. Got back to the hotel around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Who is at the desk asking for seats? So, like, looking daggers at us. Sister Lucy, our chaperone.
Looking at you. Well, thank you so much for that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You know, the stories that we used to go on, you know, that's another show, y'all. But that's another show. Where did you go when you were in high school? Because, you know, we used to talk about the senior trip, and people don't talk about the senior trip. And you went on a freshman trip and talked to friends. So that's excellent. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you so much. Appreciate you. All right.
Can I finish that story about the gloves?
I'm gonna say, you know what, Chuck hightailed it out. He literally, and that's probably still the sore spot. He left us. He left me, Caterina, and Anthony because he was like, I am not missing that train, because on another trip, he was the cause of us missing the train. So he left us. And when I tell you, you should have seen us walking. But the hilarious part was just watching Caterina trying to keep up with us. And I finally said, we're just going to slow down. But when I tell you, we were hustling, we made it back. But you know what? It didn't matter because we had those gloves. Because I'm telling you, when it comes to shopping, we will miss a train, we will miss a boat, and we could even miss an airplane because it was all about getting those gloves. When I tell you, that was hilarious.
Let me tell you something. Those gloves are worth it. Those gloves are so super bad. I've never still have not seen a pair of gloves as super bad as those gloves. Y'all, imagine this: black gloves with yellow and black stripe that go all the way up to your elbow almost. It was fabulous. But I will tell you this. Caterina, I got a story shopping with Crisette in Italy. It's a problem. Chris, you shouldn't go to Italy. We were in Milan, and she saw this bracelet, and she said, Gloria, you have got, you can sell, Crisette. Crisette can sell. She said, you have got to get this bracelet. I mean, and this bracelet, it's gorgeous, and it was a lot of money to me, especially then. I was like, what, Chris? She's like, no, Gloria, you have to. So when I tell you, I have worn that bracelet every year when we go to Dallas. Every year, I don't care what I have on, I always have that bracelet. And look, the latch has never worked. It didn't work then, it doesn't work now. So I put it on, and I put tape around it. But from the stage, you can't see it when the lights hit it. There's tape around it. So we got stories. I'm telling you, Chris is something else when we travel, y'all. Travel stories. Chris, where's y'all's favorite place? Where's your favorite place to travel?
Oh, you know what? Mine would be Santorini, Greece. It's just one of the most beautiful places on this earth. I love Santorini, and we're going next year. So that is one of my most favorite place in Greece.
That's awesome.
My
What about you,
favorite place
Kat?
is the next place. I mean, I love Hawaii, but my favorite place is the next place. It's the next place. I love cruises because you get to see it's just my favorite place is always the next place. I love learning something new,
Yes,
seeing new people.
Okay,
Gloria.
so some of the people in the chat said they have never traveled, or they just traveled on a cruise. Someone said someone said that she went to East Germany 6 months after the wall came down, and she took them Pizza Hut and Burger King. That is something else. That's how you know. That's how you know. But you guys, if you were talking to the group about travel, what would you say is one of the main things that you've achieved or that you've gained because you've decided to travel? Because it is a decision. It's a decision to travel or not to travel. What would you say is the main thing you gained?
Expands who you are. You can just expand your view of the world, and it makes you a bigger, better person, more compassionate for people.
Mm-hmm. And Gloria, what I would say is don't wait for somebody to say they'll travel with you. I had a friend, and I kept saying, you need to travel. And he was waiting for his friends to do it. And finally he woke up and said, you know what? I'm going to go by myself, because there's a huge world out there. And if you wait on other people, you will miss all of the beauty of this earth.
Yes, you got to travel, you guys. You got to travel. So you're going to find out. You're going to stay tuned with We Got Issues as we're going to take you around the world in several ways. You guys follow these women and their husbands, seriously, on their social media, because the travel is so good. And we do it. And we do it in droves. You guys, you've been listening to We Got Issues on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. We can't wait to hang out with you tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.